my loves, welcome back. I haven't just sat and chatted with you guys for a while, and I kind of wanted to do a part 2 to my personal Q&A. That video, like, I really thought it was going to be like one of my worst performing videos. Just, I don't know, I feel like Q&As can be boring, like no one cares what I have to say sometimes. I think you guys really liked it, so I'm going to do a part 2. Today we're going to be talking about more personal topics and just a little life update of what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I feel like so much going on at the moment, and I just, yeah, nice to sit down and have a little chat because I feel like it's been a while. I asked some questions on Instagram, so thank you very much if you sent one in. I did look through like all of them, and there were so many, so thank you so much. It makes me really happy that you guys like took the time to type something out. So let's just get into it. When are you going back to college? This is kind of like a big topic, I guess, and I definitely wanted to cover this in this video. I think I will be going back to Edinburgh and I'm thinking like the 2nd week of September, maybe the 3rd, depending on stuff that goes on. At the beginning of lockdown I kind of thought I would go back in August, but I've just had things like kind of come up that I need to be at home for. Me and my family are going away in the UK, so I need to stay home for that, and yeah, just little things like that that I need to kind of be here for. So I'm not going back until about like a month from now, which is kind of a long time. I really want to go back. It's hard because I feel like things are only just opening up here, and I'm only really just able to see my friends, so I feel like I haven't really had a summer at home until like now. So I don't really want to like rush back to uni, especially when like no one's really there. Hey guys, so I've just popped into the bathroom to talk to you about Estrid. I am so excited to be working with them. Estrid are a Scandinavian razor company. Firstly, how cute, honestly how cute. You can also get travel cases which match. When I was, you know, in my teenage years, I feel like there was always this pressure to have, you know, freshly shaved everything, not a single body hair in sight. And what I love about Estrid is that they are normalizing body hair and normalizing the idea that you can shave wherever you want, how often you want, or not even at all if you don't want to. There are 4 different colors. I love them all. They're so cute. Tell me which one you guys like the best. I also love that they are vegan and cruelty free. Obviously that is essential for me. They are made of steel, so they're very durable. There's also minimal plastic, and all of the packaging that they come in is recyclable. So the Estrid starter kit is £7.95. You get 1 razor, a really cute wall holder, 2 of the blades. There's also a subscription you can get where they send you the blades how often you need them, depending on how much you shave. I will have the link in the description to check out Estrid, and if you use the code nayna, that will donate £1 to the Fawcett Society, who are working for women's rights in the UK. Really cool. You also leave the link to their website so you can check it out. It's like a really cool organization. Love these products, so definitely check it out, link below. And back to the Q&A. Did you find an apartment? Yes, finally. I think it was like the 4th or 5th one we applied to, so it took us a while. The market is just horrific. Like, it's so much effort, so much work, so much time, and yeah, it's really annoying. There are some really pretty flats at a decent price, but it's just impossible to get them. Like, everyone applies for the same ones. Yeah, it's been a struggle, but we finally got one. I just filled out the forms and paid the deposit the other day, so very exciting. This one, it's so different to the flat last year, if you watched my videos then. Last year's flat was like a really pretty old building. This one is a bit more, I wouldn't say like modern because it's definitely not new, but it's a bit more, it's not like an old pretty building, which I'm kind of sad about because I really liked the old flat, but this one is a lot better location. Our old flat was like a lot further out, and the new one's like the same price, or like maybe like a tiny bit, like £5 more expensive than the old one, so at least we're paying the same price and we're getting to live a lot closer to the centre. Also, this one has a sofa. We didn't have a sofa in our flat last year, which was so annoying. We would all just sit on the floor in the kitchen, which wasn't fun. And I thought a sofa would be really important this year since we will be at home a lot more, I think. Very exciting. The landlord is doing some painting, so we don't get it till like the last week of August or something, which is perfect because I don't want to pay rent now anyway. So yeah, and I'm gonna have freshly painted walls. I'm like hoping that they just want to paint them white, because in the pictures that's what they look like. Obviously I don't think they can change that much without telling us. I don't know. I'm very excited to get back and decorate a new room. I can't wait to do like a room makeover video. I'm very excited. Have you liked staying home all summer? Okay, so I'm just going to talk about quarantine as a whole, like how it's been. I think it has been so up and down for me. Like, I have a couple good 2 weeks where I'm working out all the time, eating healthy, I feel great, and then I have a couple weeks where I just feel so demotivated. I'm just sitting in my room, like overthinking everything in my life and just being kind of sad. Like, I've definitely had some like parts that I've just not been doing my best. I think I was doing good at the start when it was kind of a novelty, and then after a bit that wore off, obviously. And yeah, it kind of hit me that I had gone from living with my friends at uni and being so busy to being like isolated here without any friends. Such a different environment, so it took a lot of adjusting. My mental health has definitely improved since I'm able to see my friends, go to the pub, go out to eat, things like that. Obviously staying safe, but that stuff has definitely made me feel a lot better. I think I would say I'm an extrovert. Like, I feel happy and like energized after hanging out with people, so I'm really glad that that stuff is opening again and I feel a lot better for it. So to be honest, I will say I think that I've put so much time and effort into like my YouTube channel over quarantine period, and I don't know if I would have really done it the same way if we hadn't had quarantine. So yeah, at least I'm kind of like proud of myself for that, and like I'm really happy with all the videos that I made over quarantine. I was having a look, I think I've made like over 20 videos, which is crazy. I don't know, I feel like I've stepped up my editing game, and I just want to say thank you to you guys because you've been such a big part of my quarantine and like made me feel so much more motivated to like wake up and get out of bed and do something. So yeah, I really don't know how quarantine would have been if I hadn't had like YouTube. So thank you so much to you guys for like supporting. And I hit 100k over quarantine. Like, it's just been a crazy time. Not a question, but how are things with your boyfriend? PS, love you and your channel. I love you too. Yeah, so I also had a few questions like, have you guys broken up? Are you like still together? That sort of thing. Yes, we are still together. I keep the relationship relatively like private. I don't really talk. Well, he's never on my channel, or he's barely on Instagram or anything. I openly talk about the relationship, but he's just not really a part. Like, I never show him. I think quarantine has been fine. Like, obviously it's not fun not being able to see like the person you're going out with, but I think since we were allowed to like go on walks and now he can like come over and all of that stuff, it's gotten like a lot better. We are so used to long distance. Like, we've done long distance for like 2 years almost, so it's not a new concept because we always just do sort of like nothing together. Like, we don't like go to London all the time or like go out for food. Like, we've always just sort of like sat in each other's rooms and like watched a movie and hung out and done nothing. We've been going on so many walks, bike rides. Like, he's just been like coming over and like chilling. So yeah, it's actually been really nice, and I'm grateful because we like now I can see him as much as I want, and we've had maybe longer to hang out than we would have done if it weren't for quarantine. So crazy update on Joe's life. He now has a full freaking time job in London. He's doing a year in industry, so he works now like 9 to 5 in central London. So that is a big thing. Like, that's crazy. I just cannot believe that he does that when I'm just like sitting at home doing whatever I want. So I will be coming home to visit him here this year rather than in Birmingham, which is kind of different. But yeah, that's all update on Joe's life. How do you feel about going back to uni with all the changes from a fellow Eddie student? Okay, so I'm actually not sure what all the changes are. I haven't really like researched it. I don't really want to know, to be honest. I'm so upset about everything. Like, I know it's for the best and it's for everyone's safety, and I agree with that, but I'm such like, I love going into uni and like going to lectures in person. I'm not somebody who watches them online ever. So I know it's going to take a toll on me. Like, it's going to be really difficult for me to keep up with work when there's less like physical interaction, because that is kind of like a big part of uni for me. So I'm definitely like disappointed, upset. I'm like nervous about it. I mean, what can you do? Like, I think it's going to be okay. I had a couple questions also about like what Edinburgh is doing. I don't know. Like, the last I heard was that the lectures are definitely online, and then I think some tutorials films will be in person, or like there'll be some stuff in person. I'm not 100% sure. That could have changed. I haven't really looked into it for a while. Hopefully there will be some things in person, because that would honestly, I don't know what I would do if it was all online. Like that would be awful. Maybe it is all online, I don't know, hopefully not. I am really excited to get back though, regardless of whatever's going on. Like I want to go back as soon as I can. What's the scar on your knee? So I think because I posted a picture with my knee. Oh, I have a vitiligo. You can't really see it there. It used to be a lot worse. Like it would cover like my whole knees, my elbows. I have it quite a lot on my feet actually. Have I spoken about this before? I can't remember. Like here, how it's white, there's like no pigment. So it's just something I was born with. Like some areas don't have pigment. I used to have it on my eyelids as well. There's a model who has it. I think her name's Winnie. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like a skin condition. It doesn't mean anything. Like it's not contagious. It doesn't take away from my life in any way. It's just like a skin condition. I think it's more common in like Asian ethnicities, I think. I'm not 100% sure about that. How do you manage to stay productive? I wanted to answer this one because I feel like everyone thinks I have my whole life together and that I'm really productive, but honestly I spend about 60% of my time like putting myself down, and I'm trying to work on it. It's like really bad, but I get in my head about like a lot of things. I feel like I should be posting more on YouTube, and then I feel like I should be posting less and making the videos better. Just everything. Like I'm not productive all the time. I film positive stuff to like share because I feel like that's what I like to watch. I'm not like some superhuman that is positive and productive every day. That's just not, it's just not who I am. Like please don't think that I have it all together. I am a mess, I promise. If you didn't live in the UK and could pick a random place, where would you live? Maybe Australia. Australia seems really cool. I'd also like to live in Paris or New York or anywhere in Spain. To be honest, Spanish is my best language, so maybe there. I would really like to live somewhere else after uni. That would be my goal, and to just live in another country. I think, to be honest, I'm so down for like anything, whatever. I'm really easy, just not the UK. I want to have like some time elsewhere. I do like it here, but I would like to live somewhere else. Yeah. This question is so cute. Which video are you most proud of, and which did you most like to record? I think the video I'm most proud of is my come through with me in London. I just like the way I edited that, and I feel like I put so much time and effort into it. Like I edited it and then I watched it back and re-edited, watched it back and re-edited, watched it back and re-edited so many times, and honestly it can be a vicious cycle because I could literally do that for like the rest of my life, just editing the same video. But yeah, I think it came out pretty cute, and I don't know, I thought that was a nice video. In terms of my favourite video to film, I'd probably say like a travel, like Paris, when I went to Paris with Rihanna, or Budapest with my friends. Those are the videos I love looking back on, just because I don't know, it's so special to have that trip as like a memory like that. I'm gonna watch those videos like the rest of my life, so yeah, that's really cool. I hardly ever film with my friends, but when I do, those are like the videos and the clips I value the most to look back on, so maybe I should do that more. Also, I think I need to go to the doctor. Look, my jaw, I can't open it any further than that. It's got like, I have like a jaw problem, like it keeps like clamping shut. Don't know what's happening. Okay. Will you move to London after Edinburgh? I would hopefully live somewhere else. I'd like to do like a gap year situation after uni and live in other countries, or just travel a lot. I don't know, we'll see, to be honest. What this year has taught me is that you should not make too many plans because everything could change. Best advice on boys you've ever received? I think the best advice I've ever, I don't know if I've received this or if I've just come up with this myself, but I'm gonna answer this also for like anyone, not just boys, just like relationships in general. I would say that it's just not a necessity, is like my #1 piece of advice. Like don't go looking for, like if somebody adds to your life and makes you happy, that is great, but I just don't feel like, I feel like needing a boyfriend or girlfriend or really wanting one can end up in you kind of like using them to fill a void in your life that you need to work on your own. Yeah, that would be my advice. And also just like remember to do things for you. Like I moved all the way to Edinburgh, far away from Joe, because I knew that that's what I wanted. I wanted to go there, I wanted to live in Edinburgh, and I just, yeah, I don't know, I feel like I would have regretted holding myself back and living somewhere like down south just to be closer to him. Yeah, I think especially while you're young, Like maybe the long distance could have broken us, but it didn't. And I think the key is to make the decisions for yourself, and if relationships don't work out, then that's maybe a sign that they weren't meant to. Yeah, I think remember to do things for yourself. Obviously our relationship means compromising, but don't compromise like your whole life and big life decisions just for somebody else. What are your thoughts about astrology? I've gotten so into astrology. Let me show you what I've been doing. I could do a video on it, but I don't feel like anyone cares. I made a whole spread of like all of my astrology, which is so fun, and then I'm also writing down like about like my friends and family and stuff. I just literally think it's the most interesting thing ever, and I'm literally in love with it. It's like the best thing. So yeah, I am so into it at the moment. If you have any like good podcasts or YouTubers or videos and stuff that you recommend for astrology, I'm very much open. So leave me a comment. Okay, last question. What is your #1 regret? So I think that obviously everybody says and everyone wants to like have no regrets. That's ideal, isn't it? You don't want to sit around thinking your life could be better. If I had any regrets, I wouldn't change anything, because as everyone always says, that means I wouldn't be like where I am today. Yeah, something I've really struggled with, I guess, in the past couple of years is just like, do I regret my degree choice? Like, do I think I should have done something else? Just because I'm not somebody who is completely drawn to like one field or one subject. I loved GCSEs, like I loved doing 10 different subjects. And then even A-levels was alright, and then like degree, it's like, I just don't specifically love doing one thing. It took me a while to come to terms with it, with the fact that that's what I'm doing. I don't regret it now, but at points I probably have regretted like my degree choice. But then what I always come back to is I don't know what I would have done instead. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I felt like I was like talking really quickly because I know I need to leave in a minute, but hopefully this was vaguely interesting. I can't imagine me talking about my life being interesting, so please let me know if it was. But yeah, I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!